Ugh. I don't even know what to do with these. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Yeesh. That was way more dust than I was expecting. Good evening, everyone. Right now it's 10 p.m. on November 21st. Now that it's late November, we're really getting into the fall season. Don't you just love fall colors? Speaking of fall, we're celebrating Turkey Day in 5 days. We hired a world-class chef to come and cook for us in the plaza to help celebrate. I hope you can make it. That's all for today. Have fun out there. I wonder if there's going to be like a time for Turkey Day. Ugh, I don't know. Gosh dang it. I still hate this sometimes. There we go. Let's go up here and praise the helix. There's fossil number 2. There's fossil number 3. Praise beyond a helix. Alright. At least I'm assuming that's going to be fossil number 3. Nope, nothing over there. That's a mushy poo. I still don't remember who called it mushy poos. I just know it was a Minecraft thing. Oh gosh, speaking of Minecraft things, so on yesterday's stream, the art in the stream itself at one point during it, and in the archive, I made a reference to the song, the Minecraft song, "In Search of Diamonds," made by Eric Fullerton, but specifically Dead Workers Party? They did a Minecraft podcast way back in the day. Fucking classic. Absolute classic. You know what? We're not gonna worry about these. Shops closed today. Nope. It's too late. We're not even gonna worry about that. If it was a fruit day, I'd also be saying the same thing about fruit, but hey, it ain't, so we ain't worrying about it. But yeah, so I made in yesterday's stream, I made reference to Dead Workers Party, "In Search of Diamonds," classic Minecraft song. In my memory, it's one of like the first. It and TNT, the Captain Sparkles one. Those are like some of the earliest ones. So yesterday I like looked it up after the stream because I made a reference to it and I was like, oh, I haven't heard it in a while. Just completely out of the blue, today is actually it was uploaded 10 years ago today. So as of whatever, the 21st, it was uploaded 10 years ago today on the 21st. Just complete random coincidence. Nothing I planned or anything, but yeah. I don't know, I just found that interesting. Like, when I think of Minecraft, that's like one of like the OG songs. And for some reason, like, Minecraft's what, like 12 years old now? But for some reason, I think of that as like one of the first songs, because it is very basic. I actually used to play on their server way back in the day. I used to play on Shaft. It was Shaftlands. Ah, God, what a classic Minecraft experience. Oh my gosh. I love all the amazing discoveries I make on my walk, like cute flowers and places to hide things. Yeah. But yeah, that was just like, oh, that was a blast from the past. Cause they broke. I think they like broke. Like as a group, they broke up and went on to do their own things. I don't know. I admittedly don't know all the details behind what happened. I am disappointed because they had some music early on that I was like, oh yeah, this is great. And since then, it has been deleted, and you just cannot, no matter where I look, right? They say the internet never forgets, but no matter where I look, I cannot find it. And it wasn't all like Minecraft related. I mean, some of it was, but some of it wasn't. They did other projects, and it's just gone. I had it like bookmarked for a while, but that channel or whatever must have gotten deleted, and I can't like I can't search it anymore because that's gone. As far as I know, I don't know. They say the internet never forgets, but that was something big. That looked pretty big. But that isn't always true. The internet can theoretically forget. God, OG Minecraft, man. That was back before back before even like 1.0, back in beta days. Oh God. We have come a long way, and while not everything has worked out for people, like I know people don't like combat updates. Hey, Worms for Brains, how you doing? Turkey Day is November 26th, when we give thanks to the Fall's Bounty. Write a pro chef to showcase our talent, so bring your appetite. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of classic Minecraft stuff back in the day. Stuff that is probably really cringy nowadays, like, but like you have nostalgia for it, and right, you just live with the nostalgia. It's fine sometimes. I mean, admittedly, we have run out of nostalgia. I mean, I watched the first episode of the Animaniacs reboot, and let me tell you, yeah, no, we have run out of nostalgia, and they're not fucking subtle about it. It's not, honestly, so just having seen only the first episode, the Animaniacs reboot isn't bad. I'm not going to say it's like amazing or anything yet, because I've only seen a single episode, but I'm thinking, yeah, no, it's not bad. I know conservatives / Republicans are going to be really pissed off about it. Because, you know, Animaniacs has always had that always been left-leaning, because, you know, they're actually decent people who actually care about people. And, you know, anytime anyone decent exists, Republicans have to throw a fucking bitch fit about it. They get so fucking triggered over things. And you know Animaniacs is gonna trigger the hell out of them. So yeah, that's not bad. That's actually, like, I'm sure I'll find joy in that somehow. Do I happen to have a butterfly net? No, I don't. I have a watering can, though. Let's grab some sticks and grab some iron. Yeah, no, I'll watch more of it eventually. There's so many shows I need to fucking watch. I actually probably should go do the Animaniacs thing. I really should probably actually put more time into that. Alright, we're still missing one fossil. But I'm also looking for leaves. We might as well just get a bunch of leaves. I mean, some things only last so long, and fall is officially here. For betters or worse. What else? Was there any, there was something else. I don't fucking remember. I was watching Animaniacs. I've been having fun with that. For what it's worth. There was one other show I was watching. I can't think of it. I know I've been playing Pikmin. I mean, I've been finishing up the mission modes, getting the platinums and all those. Still a struggle. I mean, definitely some of the DLCs are better than other, like, honestly, I think the DLC maps are all fun. Right? Like, they're a good change of pace. But I'm still kind of struggling. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, you know. Okay, so we can destroy this top one and this bottom one. But yeah, I'm working on the mission mode. And then after the mission mode, after I finish getting all the platinums, I have 100% of Pikmin 3. That'll give me the last few badges I'm missing. And then I technically need co-op. Like, there's these co-op badges for, like, doing the game in co-op and stuff like that. But I'm sure I'll find a way to get that done. Oh, look, there it is. There's our last fossil. I'm sure there's a way. I don't even know if I have to play through the campaign entirely in co-op. I might be able to just boot up the game in co-op, and that'll be good enough. That's a real, total possibility. You know, we finally get something to grow from those purple roses, and it gives us nothing. What a shame. What a crying shame. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm getting close. I'm still enjoying the hell out of Pikmin 3. A fun game that game is. Highly recommend it. Where was it that I saw Nintendo games going on sale? Like, cause, right, Nintendo is known for infamously never doing game sales, but that actually seems to be switching with the Switch, pun intended. And now, like, I saw like Splatoon was on sale for like it was like $25 or something like that. Fire Emblem has been on sale for like $30 for the past week. And I have honestly considered buying Fire Emblem Three Houses just because it's on sale, man. Like, I don't know when I'll play it anytime ever, but I have been looking into Fire Emblem. I definitely have been. Because I know it's a good game, and it's probably one I will like. And I need to play it at some point. But yeah, that's been on sale. Then there's been a bunch of other things. I didn't buy Age of Calamity. I might. I don't know. I technically did have money set aside for it. And hey, we do luckily have a watering can in our house. So we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I did, but I don't know. I haven't bought it yet, and I was thinking about it, but I haven't really decided anything yet. Yeah. So I don't know about Age of Calamity. We shall see. I mean, I'm definitely gonna buy Game Pass when that goes on sale in like 3 or 4 days. Game Pass goes on sale, and I've already said that I'm gonna pick up a 3-month thing of Game Pass. So I'm technically in no rush because I'm going to have plenty of new games to play through Game Pass. Don't know how many of them I'll get to before the end of the year, but I do technically have new stuff to play. Yeah. Yeah. Game Pass. I don't know, I'll get around to it. I'm still surprised PlayStation hasn't done a Game Pass. Like, I guess they put out a report saying they're working on it, but honestly, I really do hope that they're trying to, like, convert PlayStation Now or whatever the fuck it's called into Game Pass. I know they have the PlayStation Collection on PS5, but still. I don't know. There's still PS4 games I have to play. I haven't even touched Fallout 76 yet. I really need to play Fallout 76 at some point. Whackity schmackity doom. God, could you imagine actually wanting to play Fallout 76? Ah, God, back when we were all naive fools who thought that, hey, maybe Bethesda will actually make a good game for once. Wait, what's this? Huh. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm not worrying about pumpkins tonight. We'll harvest those tomorrow. Who cares? I mean, the shop's not open at the moment, so it's not like there's anything we can do. I don't really have any plans for anything tonight. I mean, we could just go boot up Hades. We could go listen to KK Slider and boot up Hades. We'll do that another day. Maybe Monday. I'm going to try to do turnips tomorrow. I make no promises, mind you. Because I don't know if my turnip prices this week were fluctuating or small spike. I'm still not sure about that. I never did actually find that out. They might be small spike, though. So yeah, I don't know about that. But we'll probably buy some turnips tomorrow. I'll throw them somewheres. I don't know. And there's our message in a bottle. It sucks that I can't make music because Twitch has gone so hard on music. Specifically, it's the record industry. The record industry just doesn't... Right, in the same way I make fun of Nintendo for not understanding the internet, the record industry also doesn't understand things like YouTube and streaming. They just don't fucking get it. I mean, I think they're starting, like, Spotify, I know, broke a deal recently, but that's very few and far in between. And, like, I really hope that behind the scenes, Twitch is kind of working out a deal between them and, like, Amazon Music or whatever the fuck Amazon's music program is. I'm sure negotiations are being held. Because I know a lot of streamers start off their streams with music. Or at least they used to, and now they can't anymore. Luckily, my streams don't get archived past 2 weeks, so I haven't had to worry about it. Oh, we should maybe hit this rock. Or hit these rocks, see if we get anything. Honestly, since I've made the rock garden, I've cared less about actually, like, getting the money rock. Maybe it's just because I now have so much money, I don't even need to worry about the extra penance I get from it. Is penance the right word? Probably not, but yeah. Maybe maybe probably not penitence. I don't know. I don't worry about the rock garden anymore. It's never anything that good, honestly. But hey, it's not like we have anything else to do tonight. But Thanksgiving is right around the corner. That'll give us something to do. Hopefully. So yeah, I guess let's go around and collect maple leaves. It's not like we have anything else to do. Today might be a short stream. Maybe it's because I'm streaming so late as well. That also probably is a factor. Yeah, that might be a factor. So what have I been doing all day? Okay, so I've talked previously about a Kickstarter, right? That I was waiting for a package from Kickstarter, and that it was supposed, like, they were saying they were ahead of schedule, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, we'll be able to get your things out in September into October, and I was like, okay, cool. That came and went. I never got anything. Right, that's fine, right? COVID's a thing. And I've seen tons of Kickstarters hurt by COVID, right? So that's nothing new. But it finally came earlier this week. I think I talked about it earlier this week. But it finally came, and it was a puzzle. I'm not much of a puzzle person, but it came from a reputable source, or at least who at the time I thought was a reputable source. As it turned out, he was actually kind of abusing his employees. I don't remember if it was sexual or not, but he has since been outed from the company, and the Kickstarter even put out a statement like, hey, we no longer have anything to do with him, don't worry about it, everything's still gonna go out, right? Like, this hasn't changed anything for us. He was more or less like promoting us. And I was like, oh, okay, right. But so these puzzle came in, and I was like, right, like, I'm not really much of a puzzle person. I've done a few in the past, but not in a long time. But I was like, I'll give it a chance. I'll see what one of these is about. And I had actually been kind of, right, with like all of this quarantine time, it's like, oh, right, it'd be a perfect time to do a puzzle in quarantine. So, but they finally came in, and I was immediately like, I'm gonna do one of these, right? I've got some time off, specifically today. I'm gonna do one of these puzzles. So I cleaned off my table, did one of these puzzles, started it anyways. 6 hours later, I was working on it. I was listening to podcasts, right? I had podcasts in the background while I was doing these puzzles, and that's the only way I've been able to keep track of time, is because, hey, this podcast was 2 hours. This podcast was an hour and a half. This podcast was an hour. This other podcast was an hour. That's how I've been able to keep track of everything. And so I've been working on it for probably 6.5-ish hours. Yeah, let's just go with 6.5. Because it's my day off, right? I might as well. I mean, I worked hard. I worked hard as hell last night to get all my school shit done. To get from a university. And I go right back to it either tomorrow night or Monday morning, right? I get right back into it because finals are approaching. But I was like, I'm going to take this time to start doing a puzzle. And at the start, right, the strategy I always knew for puzzles was you start off and you go, right, you do the edges. That's how you should start with a puzzle, is you do the edges, and then you work out from there. So I started trying to do some of the edges, and it was like, it became very apparent that I was like, oh, this, yeah, no, this isn't gonna work for this puzzle. Oh no. Oh, because part of it is that there are edges in the middle. I should just, I don't even know where I could upload the photo of what I've done so far. Is there any place I could upload this? Because I did take a picture. Let's see. I'm gonna figure out how to get this. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna show why edges didn't work. This will take me a minute. But I've made a fucking day out of doing this puzzle, and it didn't start well. It really didn't. Like, and early on I was like, oh no. Oh no. Okay, give me a minute. Let's look for leaves. I'm pulling it up right now. Gosh dang it. Okay. Okay, let me show this. So this is kind of what I've been working with. So these are, right, you see the pieces. And I started, this is where I'm at the end of today, right? This was this is where I was like, you know what, I'm going to call it for the night. I'll come back to it tomorrow. I've got some of it done. But what I was like, okay, I'm going to start doing the edges. That's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with the edges and work up from there. Or I'm going to do the edges, and you can see, like, oh, I did the bottom edge down here. Oh, I did this corner up here. I found the corners very early on, right? That was something I figured out, because there's the 4 corners. And then while I was trying to assemble this, I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. Doing the edges just isn't going to work. Because you'll see this line right here. This line is a flat edge. There's nothing you can do about that. That's an edge piece in the direct middle of it. Same thing right here. Right here is a line. So, like, if you're trying to just do the edge pieces, nope, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. So I was like, okay. And there's more. There's like a bunch more pieces right off here off the side. So I'm not even close. But I was like, okay. Instead, I changed strategies. I'm just going to focus on doing this part. All this black space. Because I'd found the most, like, of these edge pieces, like these down here. Because I originally went in, I sorted everything out, and just got the edge pieces, which is this stuff over here. And then I went back in, and I got all of the black stuff, and all of, like, this stuff, right? All these stars. And then I started slowly assembling that, piece by piece. And at first I was like, oh no, this isn't gonna go well. But at some point after, like, I finished all this, I started getting this together. And it was when I started working on, like, this area, and some of this area, where I was like, okay, this isn't gonna go so bad. Right? Like, I started finding a stride where I'd look at, like, these gaps of pieces, and, like, I'd find, like, 1 or 2 pieces, and then I'd come back and I'd put them in, and then I'd go back and I'd find 1 or 2 more. And that's just kind of how it worked. I found that stride. And it was like, oh, right, like, oh, I can do this now. And then I started making, like, these little piles of, like, pieces that I knew went together, and started, like, assembling them off to the side, and you can see a few of those in there. But yeah, I slowly started working on it. Had a little help. But yeah, I've been for 6 hours, and that's as far as I got. But once I hit the stride, it started going a lot better. I started enjoying it. But it's been a long fucking... Because it was over 6 hours. A quarter of the day. And I did not get nearly as much done as... Right. But I'm not a puzzle person. But hey, I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm glad I'm fucking doing it. That's been what I've been up to all day. That has been... Not my entire day. I've done a few other things, but... That has been most of my day, anyways. Because the other half of it was me working at, like, 4 a.m. on stuff for college. Which I didn't finish until, like, 7. It was closer to 6. Because, yeah, reasons. I technically finished it earlier than that, but I had to wait to upload it until a certain time. Because complications. Yeah, I've been doing puzzle all day. And I've got 2 more of these fuckers. I'm not going to touch them again until mid to late December. But I wanted to do one now. And this was like the cool looking one. At least, right, this was the one I was actually interested in. But yeah. I don't know, right? It's because it's just not like what I've done. But it definitely is an interesting experience. I'll say that. Like, I'm definitely glad I'm doing it. Just because I'm not a puzzle person, but I'm a board game person. I love me some board games. I really do. Of course, now my table is all filled with puzzles, so I can't, like, if I wanted to play a game of Catan, I couldn't do that now, because I gotta finish this off. And it's 1,000 pieces, which I know isn't that big. And, like, this isn't the craziest thing or anything. Definitely, like, the edges, like, the fact that there's edges in the middle is definitely new for me. Because any puzzle I've ever done is very simplistic in comparison, but yeah. That's been my day. And like I always do on the streams, I gotta talk about what I'm doing. There's so much work I have to do. And there's so many, like, weird pieces. Like, oh my god, there are so many that are just, like, such weird shapes. Where they're, like, ovals, and there's a triangle one with ducks on it. That I have no idea where it goes, but hey, it's got ducks on it, that's cute. I'm slowly but surely chipping away. There's still so much I have to do. I was barely I've been walking around aimlessly on autopilot. Do I even have anything else to do? I mean, we're collecting leaves. We haven't even got 10 somehow. I don't even know what the fall stuff is. I used to have a seasonal area on the island, and then I turned it into a turtle school, so it's not like I'll be doing anything with these leaves. I guess they're just nice to have. Yeah, I've just been listening to podcasts today and working on that slowly, and that's tomorrow as well. Tomorrow I'm gonna now that I've hit the stride, I'm gonna hopefully finish it tomorrow over another like 6 fucking hours. I don't know. What drives me crazy are the pieces that are missing. Specifically this one. This one right here. I cannot find. I don't even know if it exists. Same thing with this one. It's such an oddly shaped one, and I cannot find it. I've got nothing of it. But those are the two that are driving me crazy right now. I would totally go... I had to cut myself off, but I would totally have worked on it. I completely missed lunch and dinner just because I was working on puzzles. I started it around lunch, and then yeah, I had to cut myself off. And I cut myself off because of the stream. If it wasn't for the fact that we're here doing Animal Crossing, I probably wouldn't have cut myself off yet. I could probably continue to work on it for, I don't know, a few hours. But the plan is tomorrow I'll do turnips and then I'll get right back to work on it. I'm having fun. In a weird way. I don't know if fun is the right word, but it's also not a wrong word. Anything else happen? PlayStation and Xbox are still a thing. Nintendo, of course, is breaking the law copyright-wise to benefit themselves. And does that create a scenario in which it is morally acceptable to pirate and play Nintendo's games? Maybe. I'm not going to say anything about it. That's up for you to decide. Of course, I'll personally disavow it, but that's up for you to decide. Right? Make your own informed decision. Cyberpunk is still a game that exists, I guess. I don't know. We talked about the Game Awards. That's fun. God, it's gonna be a fucking slog to watch because, you know, so when the Oscars a few years ago dropped their host, I think that wasn't this year, that was 2 years ago, right? When the Oscars, because Kevin Hart was in it, and then something came out about him, and the Oscars are like, hey, we'll let you keep your job. You just gotta, apologize or something. And he was like, nope, I'm backing out. I refuse to apologize. Or at least, or he did apologize, but not to, get his job back or something fucking stupid like that. And then they did an Oscars, and they cut all the bullshit. No host. Jokes were few and far in between. It was about the same time lengthwise, but it was so much more enjoyable without a host. Whatever Oscar that was, it was definitely, getting rid of a host and then just not getting a new one was definitely in their best interest, because it had been the best Oscars in a while. And then I feel like they did that again this year. They just didn't have a host, and it definitely played better. And the one problem with the Game Awards is it's a 4-hour long advertisement, and sometimes that's fine, but it's just a fucking slog sometimes. It really can be, and I hope with COVID that maybe do a shorter show, right? You can still do advertisement, and I still want, the Oscars were oh, we're gonna spice the show up by getting rid of some of the awards. Nah, fuck that shit. I care way more. I'd rather just see the awards, cut out all the comedic bullshit. Same thing with the Game Awards, right? I just show me the awards, make it an hour-long show, all the speeches are pre-recorded and everything, right? Condense it down to an hour and a half, no bullshit. Yeah, I'd watch the shit out of that. But no, it's probably going to be 3 hours, and I'm going to fucking hate it. But hey, I'll be playing Hades. And you should be as well, because Hades is probably going to go on sale around the time of the Game Awards. and it's gonna be and it's a fantastic game. I don't think it's gonna win, but it's still a fantastic game that is 1000% worth your time. Maybe we'll play it on stream one of these days. Maybe Monday. I don't know, we'll see. Oh fuck, we should. And I'll call the stream archive Hades Town. What a great fucking musical. Okay, we're gonna get 3 more leaves. We'll listen to KK Slider, and then I'll call it a night. I talked about my puzzle. That's it. That's all I wanted to talk about tonight. That's because that's all I've been doing. Puzzle. Pokemon Puzzle Quest. I don't think I've ever played Pokemon Puzzle Quest. There's a lot of Pokemon spin... Because my addiction with Pokemon Pinball... I loved Pinball so much. That's still my favorite Pokemon spin-off. And I don't think I've played that many others. At least, like... Because, I mean, I played one of the Rangers games. I never played... Was it Pokemon Conquest? Was that what it was called? That game that has, like, a cult following, even though it actually, I don't think, sold that well. And I always wanted to pick up a copy, but, like, used copies of Pokemon are just stupid expensive for my liking. Like, I really need to get a copy of Fire Red at some point, because I had one, but it got taken. Same thing with Blue. My copy of Blue got taken at some point. So I really need to get, like, the first gen game. I need to get Fire Red back. And I cannot find my copy of Crystal. I own Crystal, and I know I should theoretically have it somewheres. But I cannot find my copy of Crystal. I cannot find my copy of Super Mario Land. And one other Game Boy game. I know where Samus Returns is. I know where my copy of Tetris is. But I'm missing one Game Boy game. And I cannot for the life of me remember what it is. There's one other. But I know Crystal... I cannot find my copy of Crystal, which is technically Game Boy Color, but... Yeah, semantics. And I can't find my copy of the other one. But I know my copies of Fire Red and Blue were taken. I know those were taken. Yeah. I mean, Blue had a dead battery on it. It just would have been neat to have, you know. Same thing with honestly, my copy of Crystal, I don't ever remember it having a working battery. As long as I can remember, or at least as early as I can remember, every time I boot up the game, it was a fresh start. That might not be true. Probably isn't. But every time I think of it in my memory, it was like, oh no, the battery was dead in the thing. And that was only like a few years after. That was like a year or two after release. It wasn't that long at all. See you around, Donnie. There we go. There we go. What the heck is this? Oh. Okay, I'll take it. Yeah. I don't know, I don't have that big of a... And honestly, most of my my game collection from, like, Game Boy... and especially Game Boy Advance, is shovelware. Oh, you know what it might be, the third game I'm missing? Return of the Jedi on Game Boy. So it's not that big of a deal. But I did have that, and I think that's the other missing one. Ooh, I'm not sure about that. But that sounds right. Ooh. Yeah, that might be it. I don't know. I had a lot of shitty shovel. I had a lot of shovelware on Game Boy Advance, especially. Like of the big Nintendo games, I had almost none of them. I had one of the Advanced series games, the Pokemon games, and that's about it. I do want that microchip. I know there's something I'm forgetting. I didn't have Mario Kart. I didn't have. Oh fuck! What else did I not have? I swear we checked this yesterday. I didn't have Mario Kart. I didn't have Minish Cap. I didn't have any Zelda. The first Zelda game I ever bought was Skyward Sword. Well, I had Link to the Past on Virtual Console. But other than that, no, the first Zelda game I ever bought was Skyward Sword at the end of 2011. Yeah. I've not been a Zelda fan for less than a decade now. It's not been that long. Sadly, even though I bought it in the tail end of 2011, I bought a used copy, so I didn't get the golden Wii remote. And I don't have a single Wii remote with Wii Motion Plus built in. That kind of sucks, honestly. That's something I didn't think about. There's been several points where I want to trade in one of the Wii remotes I already have, because I have 4, and then just get a new one, and then basically buy a new one with Wii Motion Plus in it. But the longer we get away from the Wii, the harder it is to get one of those, especially a first party one. Ooh, KK Metal, okay. Yeah, because at some point, I want to play Skyward Sword again. I really do. The problem is that it's going to get re-released at some point. Maybe even next year. It might even be re-released next year. And I don't want to... Maybe not. I mean, who knows when Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out. But if they do re-release Skyward Sword... I definitely play it, and I don't want to replay it unless they re-release it. Even though I have considered it several times. Ooh, that's not good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I was While working on stuff for school, I was watching some gameplay of the new Assassin's Creed. I would probably really like that new Assassin's Creed game. I tell you what. If it wasn't for the fact that Ubisoft is such a shitty company, I would probably really enjoy that new Assassin's Creed. Yeah. Yeah. God damn it. Same thing with Cyberpunk. I'd probably enjoy the hell out of Cyberpunk. Too bad CD Projekt Red is such a shitty company that crunches the hell out of their employees. Or else I'd be totally down for it. I honestly, I probably wouldn't pick it up either way. I don't know. I feel like I'm probably waiting on that for that PS5 that I'll never get for that one. That's what it feels like, anyways. So we got 20 maple leaves. We got a few things. We'll sell the cherry dress tomorrow. Honestly, we did nothing tonight. I just talked about puzzles because that seems to be my addiction. That'll be my addiction for the next day, and I guarantee you, when December or sometime in late December, around Christmas, we'll probably do this again, and I'll just talk about puzzle. Should I call this Puzzle League? I don't know. I was gonna call it Leaf something or other, not New Leaf. I don't know. I didn't think of a clever name. I never. What am I? I never think of clever names. You know, at some point I did think about working on our shitty basement tonight to make our creepy basement even creepier. Because, I mean, it's not. I mean, we do have houseplants that makes it from a house into a home, but. I do need to work more on our creepy basement, and I've started getting some of the stuff. Did I actually get another light? I think I actually did buy another light specifically for that. Is this the right one? I wish I could punch in to the point that camera disappeared. Yeah, I wish I could punch into the point to get rid of that camera. Whatever. That's creepy basement for you. Oh yeah, I forgot these were even here. Oh, is tomorrow a fruit day? Oh god, yeah. Plus turnips and everything. Oh no. I still like Wheel of Life and Death. I want to do something with this at some point. I have all these wheels. And I'd like to do something with them at some point. Because I do think the wheels could be fun. Like, maybe use the wheel. Hey, we got life. Maybe use the wheels to, like, decide our day. Like, maybe, like, have just, like, a bunch of random shit that'll happen. And then we spin, like, two wheels, or the same wheel twice, and whatever they land on is what we end up. If only it was just, like, you click on the wheel, it starts spinning, and after, like, 10 seconds, it just stopped. But as far as I know, you have to actually manually stop it. I don't know. I actually did have a few ideas of, like, having, like, random stuff decide our day for when I ran out of shit to do. And we are about to hit day 250, and I have run out of shit to do. But no, the life and death wheel is my absolute favorite. My absolute favorite. I've got I got a shitload of stuff to do for school. Like, starting Monday, it gets back to fucking work for me. But hey, at least I don't gotta go down to the university anymore. They finally figured that shit out. Yeah, I think that's all we're going to do tonight. Tomorrow, I'm hoping for turnips. It might not happen, but it also totally might. So I'm going to bet, let's say turnips are going to happen, and if they don't, they don't. It's fine if they don't. We're getting close to, I mean, Thanksgiving's a week away. We're getting close. And we're definitely going to have fun with that. Whatever. It's nice to find something to do because I haven't done anything for the past like 3 days. I really haven't. Maybe I'll find busy work from. Right, maybe I'll have. I know, and it always sucks because like there were all these people who were like, "Oh, you want to come to my island, or can I come over?" And I was always like, "Oh, I want to go to your island, but right, we're doing something today. Maybe next time." And then they never come back. I mean, sometimes they do, and I'm always thankful for the ones who do, who put up with my bullshit. But a lot of the time they don't. But yeah, I honestly, if someone were to come out over and be like, "Hey, you want to come to my island?" I'd be like, "Yep," instantly. I'd take that up in a fucking heartbeat at this point. But hey, I'm glad for that random dream island feature because that gives us something to do. But yeah, I guess that's where we're gonna end off for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.